Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm not gonna lie, if I seem a little bit somber today, I saw Endgame last night, and not to be dramatic, but I quite honestly am like a shell of myself right now. To lighten the mood, I thought that today we could look at a certain blog that I feel like everybody's come across it at some point in time. One might even go as far as to say that it's Facebook's favorite blog, considering that every single time I go on that goddamn site, someone is sharing an article from none other than Odyssey. If you don't know what Odyssey is, simplest description is it's basically like a blog for college students. They're more often than not, it's like American college students who are just writing random shit. And I say random because you would think that, oh, college blog, maybe it'll have like stuff to do with college, and it does, but then you have stuff like this. Before we get started with the video, we're gonna do this week's sweaty shout out. It goes to Toxic Sugar Art, who sent this. That literally goes, the legs on the bus go step, step, step. I don't know why, but I fucking lost it when I saw this photo. Quality content. Thank you so much for sending it. Another meme related thing that happened this week was earlier this week on Twitter, somebody had taken the clown part of my after video and used it as a reaction video on Twitter, and now people are actually using it, and I don't even know how to react. Like, it's very exciting, but I'm also like, holy fuck, I'm never getting a full-time job because like this is on the internet. It's also gotten me to think, why be the white boy of the month when you can be the meme of the month? So please, by all means, use me as a meme. To get a sweaty shout out for yourself, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, and then DM me on Instagram your favorite meme of the week, and you might get chosen. I kind of want this to be a little bit of a, not an investigation, but I guess just an exploration of Odyssey, because I don't understand it, but it's also entertaining. I feel like this wouldn't be a video on Odyssey unless we talked about one of their articles where they basically use mental illness as an accessory, because why not? A big one was one of these, which if you're wondering why I'm on Swoon right now, Swoon is an Odyssey like website. It's just separate from Odyssey. It's kind of like a sub-site. But anyway, this title alone, like the amount of times that I saw this title, How Girls with Anxiety Love Differently. You will never regret us. Thanks. And listen, like, I'm not sitting here saying maybe the writer does have anxiety. I mean, I hope she actually does if she's writing an article like this. But so, giving the benefit of the doubt that she actually does, there's not necessarily anything wrong with writing about, hey, this is how people with anxiety are different in relationships. But just the fact that the title is packaged in a way that, like, any girl who's like, I get nervous sometimes, I'm not like I'm not like other girls. It's like, dude, like, seriously, do we really need that right now in this environment, in this climate? Really? Above all else though, the most mind-boggling thing about this article is the points that are made could apply to literally anybody. We need reassurance. We need to feel safe. We form close bonds. We will love you like no one else. If you literally said, why should you get a golden retriever, and it was written from the dog's point of view, I would know no fucking difference. Beyond these kind of articles where they're like, how blank people love differently, they also have a lot of X reasons why you should date someone who blank. And this one really caught my eye, which is 21 reasons you should date someone who is a camp counselor. Because, I mean, that's on the top of my list. I don't know about you guys. Really, who comes up with this shit? Like, who? Like, what deadline was this writer under that they're like, 21 reasons you should date someone who was a janitor, a window cleaner, a garbage man, a teacher, camp counselor. And the points are so fucking random. They shop at Goodwill mostly. What? What is the correlation between Goodwill and a camp counselor? Literally none. There's these weird kind of backhanded like points that kind of put down other girls that are like, they also know how to give the modest hottest talk to the teenage campers and will help give you a classy future daughter. Like, Braylee, sit down. That was the other thing. The more that I read these articles, the more I could slowly put together a mental picture of like who was writing these articles, and all I could picture was that one girl from Twitter who, like, she's pregnant and she's sitting beside like a blackboard with a bunch of the weirdest names that are like lakynn, Braylee, Tykin, I don't even fucking know, and they're all crossed out, and she chooses some random fucking name that makes no sense. No offense to anybody who has that name. Maybe a little bit of offense. There's this one point especially that you can tell that she was trying to be like, jabbing at the people that like give her shit for being a camp counselor, because she's like, their real job will come later in life. They will end up being successful. Most employers love to hire former counselors. So
it's not a waste of a summer, Gretchen.
I also love how like camp counselor is automatically assumed to be Catholic camp counselor, because at the bottom it's like they love God, living for him, and having already made a difference in many children's lives. Like, okay, same. Ditto. Also, Catholic camps really aren't even that Catholic. I went to a Catholic camp when I was younger, and literally like it would be like, okay guys, for 10 minutes, remember Jesus is up there. Okay, go ahead and just jump in the fucking lake. I just can't get over how fucking niche this shit is. Like literally like 21 reasons why you should date someone who was in aisle 3 on a Thursday in Loblaws and was picking out rice, but then decided actually that they wanted not rice, but they wanted pureed tomatoes. Yeah. But what's weird is that you'll have these like seemingly harmless, like very like, I love Jesus, I'm so nice, like whatever, like kind of titles, and you're like, okay, cool, like sorority girl shit. But then you'll have titles like this that are the most random, misplaced, like I'm dating my best friend's ex, but it's not what you think. And you would think, oh, so you're not dating your best friend's ex? And then literally in the first sentence says, yeah, I'm dating my best friend's ex. So it is what we think. Then there's articles that are like, you've heard of how to be single, but let's talk about how to be romantic. And there's something about the photos that they choose that makes it hilarious. Like, leave notes with your fountain pen that's just laying around the house. Then there's stuff like write them a poem, cuddling, because, I mean, most people spend relationships at least 10 feet apart from each other at all time, but if you want to cuddle just a little bit, just a little bit, that's romantic. Then there's dedicate a song to them on the radio, because there's nothing more romantic than somebody calling you out of the middle of the day going, hey, disconnect your Bluetooth, go to 92.5 around 10 in the morning. I'm gonna dedicate Despacito to you. Then there's surprise them, and it's only romantic if you can get them to make this exact face. This one. Right here. Right here. What makes no sense about this article is she'll suggest things, and then in her like little like description, she says that she wouldn't do it herself. Like, she literally says, go see a romantic movie, then says, nope, I'll barf. Not happening. Strictly horror movies for this girl. Sorry. Like, ooh, she's different. Then we have stuff that's like, I had to be single before I could be taken, which like, what else would you be? What? Then there are the ones that are people just complaining about the way that modern dating is, but continue to go with modern dating instead of just rejecting it and getting with people that also aren't into modern dating, because why not do that? My personal favorite is talking is the new form of dating, but it needs to stop. Like, literally in it, she's like, I don't think talking is the worst thing ever, because it is a good way to get to know someone. It's the only way to get to know somebody. And then on top of the list of the modern dating is so annoying. I wish you were back in the 1970s when there was like racism and homophobia and milkshakes. There are also the marriage ones that are all about how marriage is no longer about love, because ooh, there's some choice words here. I want marriage to be important again. Is anyone making some assumptions here? Of course, we wouldn't be exploring Odyssey unless we talked about their open letters. If you don't know about the blog, I swear to God, at least 5 like articles about an open letter, or 5 open letters, are published every single day. Open letter to my grandpa, open letter to my boyfriend, open letter to my stepmom, open letter to my future child, open letter. There are so many open letters. So many open letters. That there is an open letter to my open letters. You can't make this shit up. There's one especially that's super unsettling. It's to the boy I fell in then out of love with, a final message. Can you fucking imagine being in a relationship with somebody and you break up and you're like, okay, cool, we're moving on, whatever. And all of a sudden you see that somebody has shared an article that is your ex now writing an open letter on a public blog about why she fell out of love with you. Because why not? Literally the opening sentence is, I want people to understand it's very possible to fall in love with the wrong person. It wasn't right. Like, dude, what the fuck? It gets nice where they're like, there's so many beautiful things I'll cherish about you forever. You're an irreplaceable person, but I can't be with you. It's like, okay, text him. Just text him. Though I have to say, out of the entire blog, there are 2 articles that are so fucking weird that they scare the actual shit out of me. Like, I'm terrified. The first one is 8 reasons why my boyfriend's mom is cooler than yours, which prompts the question, do you mean your boyfriend's mom is cooler than my mom, or your boyfriend's mom is cooler than my boyfriend's mom? Also, why is this an article? This immediately makes me think that her boyfriend's mom hates her and is like, gotta figure out a way to get Janice to like me, so I'm just gonna write an article about how cool she is. Like, this is me trying to get a professor to give me a higher grade. Like, 8 reasons why my professor is so much cooler than your professor. Don't get me wrong, like, the points were cool. Like, she ran 50K, she gave birth to 4 children.
All fucking naturally.
She did kickboxing, and then we're supposed to be impressed and not annoyed and just kind of off-put by the fact that she worked for SeaWorld, because that's a great organization that we should be supporting. 10 out of 10. Like, other stuff, cool, like, she does all this cool stuff. It's also like, okay, like, what is the point of this? What kills me, though, is the final one where she's like, she looks 30 years old. And it's not because she doesn't look 30 years old. She does look super young. But there's literally no compliment that resonates more fake than telling a mother that she looks really young. It's just like, dude, like, wrap it up. You're already up her ass. It's okay. Don't worry. The final one, though, I have to say is the real kicker. And this is actually one that I've known about for quite a while. And it's the reason that I decided, you know what? Not enough people talk about this article. Like, this one specifically. Because I swear to God, this article was written by a sociopath. This one's called, You May Have Worn the Prom Dress with Him, but I Get to Wear the Wedding Dress. Yep. One of those. Actual content in this article, this is going to be the only one that I actually read, like, full on, because holy fuck, you cannot make this shit up. The subtitle is, You Had Him in High School, but I Get Him for the Rest of My Life. Which sounds like something a serial killer would say. It starts with, high school seems like it's the best time of your life when you're in it. You think that all of your friends will be with you until the end, and that you will end up with whoever you are dating your senior year. For very few, that might just be the case. For all others, it's far from true. I'm just going to say off the bat, anyone with this frame of mind while they're in high school, like, I'm concerned. Like, good God. It continues saying, you thought that you would marry your boyfriend and you thought that everything would work out how you had always imagined. I don't blame you. He's great. You wanted everything with him, but you were just not right for him. Like, girl, chill. Like, what the fuck? I wish I could say that I'm sorry that it didn't work out for you, but I can't. I can't because he is mine now, and I get to cherish him forever. You didn't do that right. And you were not meant to be together. You will find someone too, but I am happy that you are not the one for him. What the fuck am I reading? Literally just slap a deep voice and scary music on this, and this basically sounds like the intro to a horror movie. The best is she opens one of the paragraphs with, sometimes I have issues with jealousy. You think? And she keeps going, and I hate that you got all of the high school stuff with him. You got to go to games and support him. It kills me that I couldn't be there for him, because I know I would have been there wholeheartedly. I would have done it out of love, not as a popularity appearance. Do you know this girl even? Like, I'm confused. Like, did she, like, talk to her boyfriend and was like, was she with you just to be popular, or is she just pulling this shit out of her ass? Because I don't know which one is less terrifying. I hate that you got to go to all the school dances with him. He got to see you all dressed up and probably told you how great you looked. I'm sure you did look great. Prom dresses were always fun to pick out and so colorful. It was exciting to match colors with your date. I'm sure you had fun choosing his matching tux to your dress. I find myself getting jealous, but then I stop. I'm getting to match his tux to our wedding colors. I get to go dress shopping in a sea of white, and he doesn't get to know one detail about that dress yet. He will get to see me walk down the aisle, and then every day forever, I get to love him forever. I try not to get jealous of all the things you got from him, or got with him, because it's all in the past. You had your time, and now I get the wedding. You got to dress up in high school, but I get to dress up for my wedding with him. He may have put the corsage on your wrist, but he'll be putting the wedding ring on my finger. Whoever's fiance this is, she's fucking crazy. Run! Literally though, who writes this shit? You cannot make this shit up. Is she even engaged? She doesn't even say my fiance. I don't even know if they're engaged yet. Plus, it says her university where she's from, so like, assuming that she isn't engaged in university, which isn't rare, like I've seen it happen before, but like more often than not, people aren't, like, she's like not actually engaged. Like, what the fuck? If Odyssey was smart, they would have let the boyfriend write something and be like, my response to my girlfriend being an actual psychopath, because that would have been hilarious. And also, like, is he still with her? Because I would have run, changed my name, literally like moved to a different country. This is terrifying. Literally imagine having that amount of jealousy for someone you've never met before because they went to prom with your current boyfriend. It's prom. You literally just wore a dress and ate banquet food. What is the big deal? So I have to say, as much as I think this woman is fucking crazy, and I'm also a little bit scared that she's going to find this video and then kill me, because honestly, that's the tone that I'm getting from the way that she's reacting to her boyfriend's ex-girlfriend. I'm glad it exists, because wow. If there's anything I learned from this exploration, it's that I have a very love-hate relationship with Odyssey. It is a very special kind of crack, to say the least. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to follow me outside of YouTube, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which are both Aonso. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Actually, if you guys have come across any other articles that I didn't touch on from Odyssey that are fucking crazy, feel free to let me know about them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys in the next one.